All right, let's talk about something that's become this weird badge of honor for so many of us. The hustle, the grind, the idea that you have to work yourself to the bone to win. But what if that badge is, well, what if it's actually a warning sign? We're going to unpack the whole myth of the 16-hour workday. Wow, this quote, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? We're always told to work like machines, but this flips that idea on its head. It's basically saying that relentless work isn't a sign of strength, it's actually a countdown to burnout. That's a powerful warning, and we're going to dig into exactly why that is. So yeah, this brings us to our first big idea. The grind is a scam. You heard me. The belief that nonstop work is the secret to success, it's not just a myth, it's a really dangerous one. Let's get into why this whole mindset can do way more harm than good. I mean, you've seen this everywhere, right? It's all over social media, you hear it from mentors, maybe you even tell it to yourself in the mirror. The message is just relentless. Sleep less, work more, sacrifice everything now for some big payoff that might not even come. It's a really powerful story that's hard to tune out.
And this is the question we really have to ask. What if this entire idea is just wrong? What if pushing yourself harder isn't the smartest way to get ahead, but actually the fastest way to burn out completely? To understand why, let's try thinking about our ambition in a totally new way.
I really love this analogy from our source material. It is such a simple, but an incredibly powerful way to visualize your career, your ambitions, and, maybe most importantly, your foundation. Seriously, picture it for a second. Every project you finish, every new skill you learn, that's another floor being added to your building. You can just feel yourself building higher and higher, reaching for the clouds. It's this awesome image of progress and ambition.
But here's where we see two totally different construction plans. The myth, the grind, is all about speed and height. It's about stacking floors as fast as you possibly can. But the reality of actual sustainable success, that's about building something that's going to last. And it all comes down to the foundation.
And this right here is the crucial point. All those floors you're so proud of, all that hard work, it means absolutely nothing if the base underneath is crumbling. And in this analogy, things like burnout, exhaustion, and skipping rest, those are the cracks in your foundation. Eventually, it just takes one gust of wind, one unexpected problem, to bring the whole thing crashing down.
Okay, so the metaphor is powerful. I get it. But this isn't just some philosophical idea. Let's shift gears and look at the hard data, because there is a scientifically proven point where more work doesn't just stop helping you, it actually starts to hurt.
I mean, it's the ultimate paradox, right? Can you really work so much that you achieve nothing extra, or even go backwards? Well, the data says, loud and clear, yes.
So check this out. Here's the first key number. Research shows that for most of us doing knowledge work, our peak productivity happens at or below 50 hours a week. That's your sweet spot. It's where you're getting the most bang for your buck, time-wise.
And here's where it gets really wild. Once you push past that peak and you hit 70 hours a week, something kind of crazy happens. Your output doesn't just get smaller, it completely flatlines.
This is what we're talking about, the point of no return. A person working 50 hours a week and a person working 70 hours a week produce the exact same amount of useful stuff. Let that sink in. Those extra 20 hours, they aren't just less productive, they are zero productivity. It's wasted time and wasted energy for absolutely no additional gain. And why this matters is simple. You're sacrificing your health, your relationships, your well-being for literally nothing.
So if working more isn't the answer, then what is? Well, this is where we have to make a pretty radical shift in our thinking. We need to stop seeing rest as some kind of weakness or a luxury and start seeing it for what it is, your most important strategic tool for high performance.
So yeah, it's time to redefine rest. It's not the opposite of work. It's a vital part of getting work done. Think of it like a strategic process, the deliberate act of refueling your brain's resources so you can come back stronger, sharper, and way more creative.
This analogy is just perfect. A race car driver knows that trying to finish a whole race without stopping for fuel and new tires is a losing strategy, right? The pit stop isn't a failure, it's a critical part of winning the race. Our brains are no different. They need scheduled, strategic pit stops to perform at their absolute best.
So what do these high-performance pit stops actually look like? Well, they come in three key forms. First, you've got micro breaks scheduled throughout the day. Even just 5 minutes away from your screen helps a ton. Second, planned digital detoxes, where you really unplug.
And third, consciously protecting the CEO of your brain with active rest, like going for a walk or doing a hobby that uses a different part of your mind.
And that CEO we just mentioned, yeah, it has a name, the prefrontal cortex. It's the part of your brain that's in charge of all the heavy lifting. Focus, decision-making, problem-solving. And just like any CEO, it can't run on empty. It has a limited daily supply of energy, and you have to manage and replenish it. That's exactly what these pit stops are for.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've got the skyscraper metaphor, we've got the hard data, and we've got the pit stop strategy. Now let's turn all these insights into the core principles for building a career and a life that will actually last.
So here it is. This is the blueprint for building your skyscraper the right way. Number 1, treat rest as a non-negotiable strategy. Number 2, respect your productivity plateau. Know when more work is just wasted effort. 3, use those pit stops to actively refuel your brain CEO. And finally, always, always, always prioritize a strong foundation. That's the real secret to building high and building to last.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Hustle culture is all about a frantic race to build for today, no matter the cost. But a sustainable approach, that's about building a legacy for tomorrow. The choice really is yours, so which one are you building?